Good morning, all my creative friends. Welcome. Sorry I'm popping on just a bit late again. Somehow or other, I locked my screen so it wouldn't turn, and I always have so much trouble figuring out what I did to make that happen. But I got it, and I got it back, and we are good. So I hope you had an amazing Christmas. We certainly did. Yeah, it was just wonderful. We just celebrated with family and friends, and it was just delightful. But it's going to continue this week. On Monday, my daughter from West Virginia and her family are coming. So the celebrations are going to continue right through New Year's, and I am so excited about that. I just can't wait. I am so happy to be here with you today. Hi, Doris. This is my Friday Facebook Live on Saturday. It's the holidays and plans change and times change, and so couldn't get on yesterday, but I am here today. It is Saturday, December 28th, 2024. It is cloudy out, but very warm. We have a high of 64 today, which makes me nervous because there is a chance of severe weather moving in this afternoon and then all night through like 4 or 5 tomorrow morning, which means it's going to be a long night for me because I don't sleep well when severe weather is coming. So I would appreciate any prayers on that. Hopefully it won't materialize as bad as they're saying it might. So I just pray for anyone who is in the track of these storms for their safety. Let's see what I want to tell you. My name is Maureen Rolfes, also known as the Crazy Stamping Lady. Hi, Lenny. I'm glad you're here. I have been an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for over 27 years, and I love what I do. I am coming to you from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, in the United States, and I am here to help you find the joy of card making and paper crafting, to give you tips and tricks to make that easier for you and to encourage you to send out your beautiful creations to others and encourage them. Hi, Tina. I'm glad you are here. If you are stopping by, please say hello in the comments and let me know that you're here. If you're watching later on the replay, please let me know that also. Hi, Kathy. Glad you're watching. As always, I will be drawing from all of the comments on this video that you leave today through midnight tomorrow, the 29th. And the next morning, I will draw for a winner and give away the project that we make today. All comments entered will count as an entry, and you can comment as many times as you like. Congratulations to the winner of my last card, the Choose Happy card that we made, Margot Rantanen. That was you, and that has been sent out to you. Hi, Penny. Hi, Lois. Glad you guys are here. So thank you all for watching and commenting. Also, if you can share my video to a crafty friend, a crafty group, your homepage, wherever you can share me, that gives me exposure for my small business that I wouldn't get otherwise, and I really appreciate it. So let me know if you do that, and I will give you a bonus entry toward the drawing. Okay, guys, let's get down to my table. You'll see my cloudiness out there. Not a white Christmas, that's for sure. And 64 degrees, even if it was, it'd be gone today, right? Okay, let me make sure I am in the right place, looking the way I want to be here. Just going to reload my screen. And I can't find me. It's always so funny to me because I know I've got to be there if you guys are seeing me. Okay, I'm going to reload one more. Oh, there I am. I am up and running. So all is well. This is me, Maureen Rolfes, also known as the Crazy Stamping Lady. My blog is crazystampinglady.blogspot.com. And I was part of a blog hop yesterday where we posted alternatives for this month's paper pumpkin. So check that out. My email is crazystampinglady@gmail.com. Feel free to contact me anytime. My Facebook is facebook.com/crazystampinglady, which is right where you are. My YouTube is under my name, Maureen Rolfes, and you can shop with me at stampingwithmaureen.stampinup.net. Here is my hostess code for the rest of December, which will be over soon. If you are shopping with me this month, please use this hostess code. That code gets me the most benefits for your order and allows me to give back the most in giveaways and kits and etc. So I really appreciate when you do that. If your order is over $150 pre-shipping and handling and tax, then don't use the hostess code, because in that case you will earn hostess benefits, which is the best. Now, I have some cards that I got that I haven't shown yet for Christmas, and I will show them hopefully next time. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I hung them up out in my kitchen area so that all of our company could see them, and I forgot to pull them off this morning. But hopefully next time I will remember, because I appreciate your cards so very much. Just a reminder about our sketch challenge. The sketch challenge runs till the end of the month, midnight on the 31st Central Time. Please consider making a sketch following this sketch challenge. We have some great entries out there, so be sure you check them out if you haven't. They're right here on my Crazy Stamping Lady page, and there is a pinned post at the top of the page. Just check there, and you will see all of the entries in the comments. This is my measurements and my sketch. It is also posted there, but feel free to change it up however you want, as long as it loosely resembles that sketch. And I will be drawing for a prize winner from all of the entries. My free monthly virtual card class. Again, any orders placed with me this month that qualify will receive a free card kit from me. To qualify, you just have to place a $50 order or more using my hostess code. So the $50 order will get you 3 free card kits. A $75 order will get you those 3 card kits and a bonus project. And a $100 order will get you those 3 card kits, a bonus project, and a half a pack of an embellishment. These are usually retired products, but they are cute and simple cards that you can recreate with whatever you have on hand. Just a reminder, if your order is over $150, again, pre-shipping and handling and tax, don't use the code, because those orders always qualify. But anything less must use the code to qualify for this kit. Any smaller order at all will receive a handmade card from me as a thank you, and all orders will be entered into my monthly prize drawing for my orders. So lots of ways to get some fun stuff. This class will be held in January. So the kits will get mailed by January 2nd, because there's no mail on the 1st. And the class will be on Monday, January 13th at 11 o'clock a.m. Central Time, right here on this Facebook page. And everyone is invited to watch. Okay, guys, I'm getting lots of comments that people are getting their celebration and mini catalogs. I am going to be focusing on these for the next few videos, probably through the month of January anyway. So lots of fun going to be happening. Some really cute stuff. If you were on my mailing list and ordered from me in the last 6 months, you will automatically receive these. If you want a catalog and you haven't already, let me know. I will be sending out catalogs in January to those who haven't received them or that are requesting them now. So just let me know. The easiest way is to contact me at crazystampinglady@gmail.com. I will always respond to your emails, and then I can get your information to get those out to you. Mini catalog, last chance list is going. Things are starting to go away. There's a few things that are just gone, and they will not be back. But there is still a ton out there, guys, a ton of stuff. And the annual catalog is, of course, continuing. So today we're going to be combining a few different products from different catalogs for our project. I can't show you the inside of the Celebration catalog yet, not until it goes live, but I can show you the cute little set that we're going to be using today. It is the Friendly Seagull set. This is a Celebration offering for $60 in US purchases. You can pick this as your Celebration choice, and it will be free. So it'll just be added to your order once you choose it. It is adorable, guys. It's got these cute little seagulls, some goldfish, or I guess they're not goldfish, they're just fish, but I think of them as goldfish. Some seagulls flying in the air. It has seashells and sand and bubbles, whatever you want to make it. A sentiment that says, hey friend, I love you more than French fries, or I love you more than chips, which over in England, I think chips are French fries, right? So those are kind of interchangeable, although I think of them as a bag of Ruffles or something. A little French fry container. Cute, cute, cute. So we're going to play with this today. I loved it when I got it. I was excited about it. And I wanted to make a cute little scene with it. So I will have the recipe for this card. I will put it up here on the screen at the end of this video. And I will also post it in the comments along with a picture of the card we make. So if you want to go back and check those at all, they will be there for you. So before I pull out all my card pieces, the first thing I'm going to do is color and cut out one of my seagulls. So this is the squawky guy with his mouth wide open there. And I'm going to come in here and we're going to use the light pumpkin pie to color his beak and his feet. I don't know if you guys have had any experience with seagulls, but they are crazy, crazy birds. My first experience was shortly after we got married. My husband and I decided to go down to Florida, to Disney World, just for a trip, kind of a delayed honeymoon. And I was on the beach and one of these lovely seagulls went flying overhead and pooped all over me. And you know I was married to my husband and I loved him dearly, but I was so embarrassed. I was covered, guys. When they poop, it's a lot. Sorry for the graphic nature of that. I'm coloring this with light smoky slate and dark smoky slate. And I'm just putting some gray on his wings. So my hubby had to quick rush me over to one of the outside showers on the beach and we got me all hosed down and cleaned up. But what an awful experience that was. I love seagulls. I think they're amazing to watch, but I did not like that experience at all. And then this fun is really super fun because it's realistic. It talks about, shows the little pictures. Where's my thing again? Of the birds stealing the French fries. And that they do. They will swoop down on you. When we lived in California, we used to go to the beach all the time. And we had seagulls come and take whole sandwiches out of our hands. Just grab them and fly away and eat them. So they are crazy birds, but still lots of fun. I'm going to come back in here on his wings. And I'm just going to make this end part a little bit darker to kind of make them a little two-tone. I don't actually remember how seagulls are colored. I think they're mostly white, maybe a little gray on them. But our seagull's going to have more gray just to give him some character. Okay, so that's our seagull. That's how easy they are to color. You could even leave them all white and just do their beak and feet if you wanted. I am going to fussy cut him because there's no dyes to go with this. But that's okay because he's pretty darn easy to fussy cut. We're going to get his wide open mouth here. So I always leave a little halo around my images when I fussy cut them. That's just the way I do it. I know others cut right up to the line. You have to find as a crafter your style and what you like to do and just do it. You know, don't worry about it being like someone else. Do it the way you want it to be. But I find leaving that halo is a little easier for me and a little more forgiving. So I do. I mostly move my paper, which you've probably been seeing me do, and hold my scissors kind of in one spot. So the paper moves around as I put pressure on the scissors, and that's how I cut. And that gives you really smooth lines instead of those choppy little cutting lines. So cute, cute, cute. But yeah, my experiences with seagulls have not always been the best. I'd love to hear if you've ever had an experience with a seagull stealing something from you. Or the other thing that I had happen. That was pretty bad too. So let me know what you had experienced with seagulls in your life, if you have. All right, there's our little seagull guy squawking. So I wanted to get him done and show you the coloring and the fussy cutting. And then let me show you the rest of the pieces for our card today. So we have a basic white envelope. I already did the envelope. I think you can see that here on screen. Let me pull it down. It's already decorated, so I could show you that. But I did want to point out, if you are coloring your envelope with markers, you are fine. But if you are doing blends, always be sure to take a piece of scrap paper. Let's see if I have one here. Just a piece of scrap paper and put it inside your envelope when you are coloring, because blends will soak through and you don't want it showing on the back of your envelope. So just a little tip if you're coloring on your envelope with blends. Okay, I also colored and cut 2 other pieces for our little scene today. So those I did ahead of time, our bird stealing the French fries and then the little package of French fries. And then in this kit, I have a base of basic white. This is an A2 base. It is 8.5 by 5.5. It is scored at 4 1/4. And then I have a piece of basic gray. This piece is 3.5 by 4 3/4, and we're going to layer that right on to the center of our card. I like this basic gray. It's a really rich, nice gray. I'm so glad we brought it out as one of our neutral basic colors, because it's perfect. It's especially perfect on this card, but it is just such a pretty, pretty gray. We're going to come in here and center that as closely as we can, just like that. And then I cut out a piece of basic white. This piece is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2, and I'm going to build a scene onto this piece a little bit. So I just wanted some stability, because I'm going to start with my sky at the top, and the piece I had wasn't quite long enough, excuse me, but I'm going to be covering up the bottom, so it doesn't really matter. I'm kind of using a scrap on here, which I try to do if I already have a piece cut. That'll work. Now these clouds are from the Take to the Sky Designer Series paper. So it's a totally different way of using them. I'm going to use the clouds out of here. They really go with the planes, but we're not doing any airplanes today. But I thought it was perfect for building my beach scene. So we're just going to take this and put some seal on the back of it. So this paper is from the annual catalog, so it's still available until that catalog goes away, and then who knows if they put it on the last chance list or if they keep it. We'll find out. And the clouds do have a right and wrong, so if you're doing this, make sure they're going the right way. And I'm just going to come up here and put this onto my piece of white. Hopefully getting it pretty darn straight on there. Okay, and then I am going to add some sand. So what I did for my sand is I just had a square piece of paper, and I took my snips and I cut just like a curvy image on it, just freehand, to have like a sand dune kind of built up here. And we're going to add some sand image to it using pecan pie. So my piece of cardstock is crumb cake, and I'm just going to take this sand, I think it's sand, or it could be bubbles, it could be both, it works a dual purpose, and we're just going to add this kind of along the edge of my curve, and I'm going to go back and forth, upside down and right way, just to give it a little character and to make it not look so cookie cutter. Just a couple backs and forths like that. Okay, so there's the sand along my edge. And then I'm going to take my seashells. Now these stamps are all in this set, which is very cool. And we're just going to add a couple little clusters of seashells to our beach. So let's put one down here like that. And then I'm going to come back in and add a little bit more of our sandy kind of image on here. Nothing fancy, just wherever you think it could use a little character, go ahead and add some. That actually might be enough. Maybe I'll put a little bit above here. Yeah. Okay, so now we have our sand and our seashells using the pecan pie. And this piece now is going to go right on here and cover up that white at the bottom. Now, you wouldn't have had to do this. You could have just layered this piece and this piece right onto the gray. But because I knew it was a little short and because I wanted a little stability on it, excuse me again, I chose to layer it onto the basic white. that is totally up to you. It is a step that you can do or not. And we're just going to place this right here at the bottom to be our sand for our scene. Now, excuse me 1 minute because, let's see, I think I made that a little crooked. So I am going to first, I'm going to take a sip of my coffee in a second, guys. My voice is coming and going here, and I don't like that. Okay, there, I cut that off. That's pretty good. Let me grab my coffee, take a little sip. Hopefully that will smooth out anything that's going on me. Okay, let's take this piece now and add it to our basic gray frame. And I think the basic gray just makes it pop against the white, just having that little bit of border around there in that layer. Okay, so now we have our setting for our scene. So now let's build our scene. So what I did, I told you I was combining a few products for this. I took the log out of the Utterly Amazing dies and cut it out. And then I cut a part of it off because I want to make a post for on my beach. You know how they have the posts along the beach. I want this to be on here for my seagull to go on top of. And I'm going to make it even more realistic by adding some linen thread to it because they always seem to have rope around them. Now let me show you this. What I did on here, I did the same thing. When you cut out this log, it has all those little grooves already in there from the die. But when you cut it apart, those pieces are loose in there. So what I did is I reinforced it with a piece of early espresso on the back, just a plain piece that wasn't cut with a die, and that causes those to stay together. So that's just another tip. I'm going to take my linen thread now and add it to where I have this seal on the back, and we're just going to wrap it around this post a few times, maybe four would be good. And then I'm going to attach it back here again to my glue and trim it off. So to me, this just made it look like the posts that are out there on the beach with the rope on them. And we're going to add this to the front of our card. Now the scene I'm building up, I am going to pop up. So let me grab my dimensionals and my mini dimensionals in case I need them, which I think I do for at least the French fry. Well, maybe I won't even pop the French fries up. We'll see. So we're going to take dimensionals, or a dimensional, and I am going to put this on the bottom part of my wood log here, not the top, because the top already has some depth because of the rope on there. So this way it'll keep, and because I'm putting it on a layer, so I want it to be pretty even, so I'm not going to put it on that top part. We're just going to come in here and place this in the sand, sticking up a little bit like that. Look how cute that is. And then I'm going to add my squawky bird to it. So let me grab, oh, when you flip your dimensionals, they no longer look like dimensionals. So that's exactly what I did. Let me add a dimensional to the back of him. And we're just going to stand him right up here on this log, squawking away at his friend. Just like that. And actually his feet are not sticking down, so I'm going to take my Tombow glue and just lift them a little bit and see if I can get a dab of glue on the top of this wood here and then stick his foot back down. Let me grab something to scrape that. I got a little bit too far down. Pull it up, pull it up, pull it up. There we go. Okay, now his feet will stick down on there, and that's really what I want. I don't want his feet just floating out there in the air. I want them stuck onto the log. So there he is, sitting on his little post, squawking away. Okay, then we're going to take his friend who stole the French fries, and we're going to add him to the scene. So I'm going to grab another one of my dimensionals, and it really only takes one to hold these guys. They're not that big. So I just put one right behind their body, and he's going to become standing down here into the sand, holding his French fry. And then we're going to add our French fries. And I was thinking I would pop this up on dimensionals too. Yeah, I think I will. Just give it a little dimension. So we're going to just use one of our tiny dimensionals on the French fry package and place that onto our scene also. So there's the French fries he stole from. So cute. Okay, the next thing we want to do is add our sentiment. So I have a thin scrap of basic white. Let's see how wide this is. It's about a 1/2 inch, maybe a hair less. It's just a scrap. I try to use those when I can. And we're going to stamp our sentiment on here. So let's see. We have one that says, I love you more than. So let's put that. Ink it up good. Make sure it's inked. And I'm just going to stick that onto here. Just like that. I love you more than. And then I'm going to take my Hey Friend stamp, but I'm going to eliminate the friend part. Not that I don't have friends that I love, but you all know I send tons of cards to my grandkids, and I thought this would be a perfect one to send them. So I'm going to just ink up the hey, not the friend part. I'm going to come in here with my fingernail, make sure there's no ink on that little comma, and I don't think there is. And we're going to just stick this on here too. So let's see how this works. Hey, hey. Okay, that is perfect. Exactly what I was looking for. And then I'm going to take my snips and just snip these. So we're going to snip off the hey. And I am going to snip off on each end of this sentiment. Trying to keep it straight, but not worrying too much if it doesn't, because these are funky little seagulls and everything doesn't have to be perfect. And we're going to add these sentiments to the front of the card. So let's put a small dimensional behind the hey and 3 of them behind the I love you more than. And we're going to make believe that's what this bird is squawking. So let's do the hey and stick that up here like it's coming out of his mouth. Just like that. And then we're going to do the rest of this and put it right below that. So hey, I love you more than, and I'm going to have this coming off just the edge a little bit because I always like to do that. Notice his wings are coming off over here. I kind of like that when things flow outside of the framed area. So there that is. Now let's add the rest of the sentiment. So it's going to say, hey, I love you more than. And on the inside, we're going to put French fries. And I do love French fries, guys. They're not my absolute favorite, but anything potato-y is good. And I like French fries. I used to work at a fair, a traveling fair, when I was a teenager, just for the summer to earn some extra money. And I only did it when it was in our town, so I didn't travel with them. But the guy next to me in the booth, so I did corn dogs. I sold corn dogs, and I got so sick of corn dogs when I sold them, but it's just reality. But the guy next to me sold French fries, and he was really sweet, and every day he'd bring me over a package of French fries, and he taught me how to eat them with vinegar, kind of like fish and chips. They were so good with malt vinegar. To this day, I will have them that way very often. And now I'm going to take my little French fry pack, and I'm just going to add that under there in the middle too, just for a little more emphasis on the inside of our card. And let's color that. So for the outside of my card, I did color everything with blends, but for the inside of my card, for the same reason I told you about the envelope, I don't want the color soaking through my cardstock, so I am going to use our markers for this one. Blends are always my favorite. I just like the way they color, but markers serve their purpose, watercolor pencils serve their purpose. I don't know, I guess I like anything coloring. But if I'm just going to sit down and color for fun, I'm gonna grab my blends, guys. So let's color this in. I'm just using, did I pull Real Red? Nope, I pulled Poppy Parade. Those colors are hard for me to tell, Poppy Parade and Real Red, unless I have them right next to each other. Then I can see which is which, but otherwise they're a little difficult. Okay, so there is our French fry box. We're gonna color our French fries in using pecan pie. It's actually making me a little hungry. I haven't had breakfast yet. I'm usually like a 10 o'clock breakfast person and was busy this morning, so I've only had a couple cups of coffee. So French fries are sounding pretty yummy to me right now. But we have leftovers from Christmas that we'll be heating up for lunch. Okay, and I'm also going to color the little burger picture on here using that pecan pie. And then there's a little bit of white on there, so I'm going to take my, which one is this? Granny Apple Green. And we're just going to add a little bit of green on here, like there's lettuce sticking out from this burger and burger bun. Okay, so there's our French fries on the inside of our card. Hey, I love you more than French fries. So stinking cute. And then I want to add one more thing to this card. In the spring catalog, there is a whole suite of bokeh products. It kind of goes with butterflies, and then they have the bokeh paper, and in there they have these itty bitty bokeh mix sequins and dots and pearls. They are super beautiful, guys. They would make an amazing shaker card, but we're not doing a shaker card today. So we're just going to add a couple of these. I'm going to pour a few out here so I have less to work with, and you can see all the different shapes and pearls and stuff in here. We're going to use some of these, see if I can pick one up and get it closer. These opalescent discs. They are so pretty and shiny, and they pick up all the colors of the card, and they reminded me of bubbles like for the ocean. So we're going to use those. I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool. Make sure that my putty end is nice and warm. I lost a little sequin there. Let's put them back in there. And then I'm going to take my Tombow glue, and I am going to put 3 tiny, tiny little dots onto the front of my card. One there, and one up here. Just like that. They are tiny. But they are going to be enough to hold these sequins, and I'm going to lay one of these right here. And there's a couple different sizes, so let's pick a tinier one. I might have picked the same size. That's not what I want. I want this one over here. Let's try this one. Yeah, he's tinier. We'll add him right there. Right on top of that glue. I'm going to give it a little press because I moved it around a little bit to make sure that they're adhering to the glue. And let's get another large one for up here. And I'll move this up closer to the camera so you can see the shimmer they add to this card. I am in love with these. These were so much prettier in person than when I saw them in the catalog. And I ordered that entire suite, and now I'm really glad that I did because yes, they are beautiful. Okay, if I can get this closed again, I do not want to lose any of these guys. Make sure I got that snapped on. All right. Okay, so let me pick this up for you. Hopefully you can see the shine and shimmer on those little dots. It looks like bubbles kind of floating up in the air. And I just thought it was perfect for this card. So that is our card for today, guys. Our first project from Celebration that I'm playing with. Let me bring back in my instruction sheet and make sure it's on the camera where you guys can read it. Now, you could take a screenshot if you want of this, or like I said, I will print or post both this and the picture of the card in the comments when we are done and when I have a minute. Let's push that up. It looks like I'm off screen just a little bit. Want to be sure you can get the whole thing. Okay, guys, that's our card for today. I love it. I can't wait to send this to one of my grandkids. I think it is so adorable. Let me show you the one I made as my prototype. It's almost exactly the same. The only difference is on this one, I cut that post out of the Otterly paper, the DSP, but I didn't like it as well. It's okay, it'll be fine. I'm keeping this one, I will use it, but I really, really liked it using the log from the dies. So I just changed that up. Otherwise, it is the same card. And this is the one I'm giving away, the one that's on the screen. So I am so happy that you took some time out of your day to be with me today. I hope you're getting to relax a little bit this Saturday after Christmas. I hope you like the projects and some of the items and the tips that I shared with you today. Celebration and the new mini catalog will be starting on January 7th. So you'll be able to order at that point. $60 gets you a level 1 item. $120 will get you a level 2 item. So watch for that as it starts up. It's going to be a lot of fun. Don't forget to leave your comments for a chance to win. You have till tomorrow night. I would love to hear from you. I would also love to have your business. If you're looking for any Stampin' Up! Products, or if you're interested in joining my Crazy Stamping Ladies team, or if you just have questions about anything that I've done here, please contact me. I'm here to be your creative coach. So if you have any questions at all, or if you need a catalog like we talked about, please reach out to me by email at crazystampinglady@gmail.com. And just a reminder that I will not be here next Tuesday. I am going to be enjoying time with my family again. There is nothing better than that, and I'm not going to give it up. I can't wait. Honestly, I'm so excited about it. Don't forget to share your card in the sketch challenge on this Facebook page by the 31st. Would love to see what you come up with that sketch. It is pinned to the top of the page. You can just add your card picture in the comments for a chance to win a prize. And I should be back here on Friday, January 3rd. It will be a brand new year. Same time, 10:30 a.m. Central Time right here. And we'll have more Stampin' Fun. I hope you can spend that time with me also. Hey guys, have a wonderful New Year's Eve and New Year's. Stay safe, and I will see you in 2025. Bye-bye.